Hello and welcome to the reloading bench. Today I've got the 6.5 PRC out and I finally get to do a reshoot of my 5-shot test groups because last time that I was here I did not listen to my better judgment and I shot in very high wind conditions and my results were just absolutely terrible. My groups were huge and I had zero confidence in what I had set up. So I went ahead and reloaded the entire gamut only using the H1000 powder. The one plus that I did get is that last time when I was out here using the lab radar, I was able to get information for both the H1000 and the Retumbo powder, and ballistically, as far as muzzle velocity, average muzzle velocity, extreme spread, all that stuff, the results were just better with the H1000. So I figured I wouldn't even waste the resources doing a reshoot of the Retumbo. So once again, all I've got is the H1000 series between 56.9 grains and 57.4 grains of powder. This 5-shot group is going to be with 56.9 grains of H1000. This produced a group of 0.99 MOA with a mean radius of 0.42 MOA. The average muzzle velocity was 29.31, the extreme spread was 36.27, and the standard deviation was 15.57 feet per second. This 5-shot group is going to be with 57.0 grains of powder. This produced a 0.92 MOA group with a mean radius of 0.34 MOA. The average muzzle velocity was 29.51. The extreme spread was 18.12 with a standard deviation of only 7.62 feet per second. This 5-shot group is going to be with 57.1 grains of powder. This produced a 1.08 MOA group with a mean radius of 0.47 MOA. The average muzzle velocity was 29.51 with an extreme spread of 27.36 and a standard deviation of 11.06. This 5-shot group is going to be with 57.2 grains of powder. This produced a 1.51 MOA group with a mean radius of 0.57 MOA. The average muzzle velocity was 29.64, an extreme spread of 16.02, and a standard deviation of only 6.43 feet per second. This 5-shot group is going to be at 57.3 grains of powder. This produced a 0.98 MOA group with a mean radius of 0.45 MOA. The average muzzle velocity was 29.67. The extreme spread was only 7.23 with a standard deviation of only 3.15. This is very impressive. I'm very happy with the results of this 5-shot group. I'm probably going to load up 57.3, but we'll see where it all ends up. This 5-shot group is at 57.4 grains of powder. This produced a 1.55 MOA group with a 0.58 MOA mean radius. The average muzzle velocity was 2969 with an extreme spread of 33.89 and a standard deviation of 12.83. All right, everything is done, so I'll go ahead, get my target, head back home, pull up the data from the lab radar, and see what we got. I'm back. I've gone over all my data, and my results were good and a little spread out. Usually I will see group sizes go from big to small and then back to big again. And in this case, it went from small to big to small. Looking at the data, my best groups was with 57.0 grains of powder. The group size was 0.92 MOA with a mean radius of 0.36. That was my best group, and it had an extreme spread of 18.12 and a standard deviation of 7.62 with an average muzzle velocity of 29.51. Then there's the 57.3 grain load up, and that had an extreme spread of only 7.23 with a standard deviation all the way down to 3.15. It's got the second best group size at 0.98 MOA with a mean radius of 0.45. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to load the 57.3 grain load, and I'm going to try a couple of different seating depths. So I'm probably going to load up another 5-shot group set. I don't like going any longer than 15 thousandths off at a land, so I will probably load 5 there again, and then I'm not sure what increment I'm going to do it at, but I will seat the bullet further in, which will bring it farther away from the lands in a succession. So I'll probably end up loading 5-shot groups and see if there's any difference in group size with the same powder charge. So I've done this with the 224 Valkyrie in the past, and it has shown some promising results with that 88 grain ELD match bullet that I was doing. But in regards to this, I'm going to do the same thing and see what I get for improved or worse results as far as group size. So stay tuned for the next video, which will be on that. If you like this video, let me know. Give me that thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions about anything that you've seen in this video, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notifications when my next video comes out. Until next time, shoot straight and be safe.